Quick question. Who's the only person to beat Usain Bolt in his prime not once, but twice in the same week at the Jamaican Olympic Trials? His name is Yohan Blake, standing at 5'11", chiseled from head to toe, like your favorite superhero that wears that S on his chest, if you know what I mean. But all jokes aside, listen, if you only know him as Usain Bolt's teammate, you're sleeping on one of the most dangerous sprinters to ever touch the track. This is the story of the beast, the man who overcame career-ending injuries, became the second fastest man in the history of track and field, and also carried Jamaica's flag with an unmatched pride. But hold up, before we dive in, subscribe to the Unruly Chef channel where I highlight the Caribbean through 3 simple things: island people, island places, and island food. Also smash that like button if you're ready to hear about a legend that deserves his flowers. First things first, let's get the stats out the way because they're truly wild. Let me tell you something, prime Yohan Blake was a different animal. So I'm gonna give it some time. You can take a screenshot of it, send it to your friends and family. Also, let me know in the comment section what you think about it because they're truly mind-blowing. I know, those stats are crazy, right? But listen, there's only been 3 men in the history of track and field to run a 100-meter dash under 9.70 seconds. So we're talking about Usain Bolt, Tyson Gay, Yohan Blake, and that's it. So that's the kind of company that we're talking about. Not only is this man a beast on the track, but business and philanthropy. He inked a lucrative deal with Richard Mille to produce 50 limited pieces of the RM59-01, retailed or valued between 620K to 1 million USD. Man, I wish I could save up and get one, but until then I'm gonna have to keep rocking my G-Shock or my Apple Watch. I know I don't have it on my wrist right now, but yeah, maybe I gotta get a house. I gotta get a couple other things before I could get that watch. But back to the story, sorry about that. It's damn expensive, as you could tell. Awarded the keys to Montego Bay. He's a Puma athlete. YB Rehab and Wellness Center for recovery and rehab. YB Afraid Foundation supporting underprivileged youth. He has a business venture with Riviere Purified Water. Numbers don't lie. Blake's resume is elite, historical, and legendary. Yohan Blake was born on December 26, 1989 to parents Vita and Cheryl Blake in Montego Bay, a place known for beauty, culture, and greatness. He grew up in a house with 11 siblings. So as you can probably imagine, nothing came easy to this man. So he had every inclination in his mind to provide at a very young age. Blake once said, "My mother was hungry and I felt like I had to be the breadwinner." That responsibility lit a fire under Yohan from a very early age. He attended St. Daegu High School, one of Jamaica's most storied track programs. Yohan dominated champs in Jamaica, winning 5 national titles and quickly standing out as a rising star in the country. But it wasn't just speed. Coaches saw an unmatched hunger and purpose in this young track star that would soon be a legend one day. In 2009, a disaster struck, a hamstring tear, which is devastating for a sprinter. Hamstrings are your engine, your power. Doctors doubted him. They even said he would never return. But Blake refused to quit. Now this is where the story takes a turn for the best. He meets with Coach Glenn Mills, the head coach of the Racers Track Club in Kingston, Jamaica. He's also the head coach of some legendary athletes as well, such as Warren Ware, Daniel Bailey, and Kamar Bailey Cole, and your boy Usain Bolt. And these are the athletes that pushed him to higher greatness every single day. Most importantly, Mills spent countless hours working with Blake one-on-one, breaking down race strategies to the minute details. Yohan thrived at the Racers Track Club, even calling his time there transformative. Yohan spent months rebuilding, strengthening, visualizing, believing, and praying. So when he came back in 2010, he wasn't just recovered, he was starving. There's a quote that I love, and it goes like this: "There's a difference between being hungry and being starving." This man was starving like a wolf in the wilderness. He had something to prove not only to the world, but to himself. Daegu, South Korea, 2011 World Championships. Guys, I hope you have your popcorn ready because this is where Yohan Blake announced himself to the world. Let me tell you something. My guy was ready to come and conquer. Yeah. 100-meter final. Bolt false start. Disqualified. Whew. Yohan, it's up to you. And you know who steps up. Yohan Blake wins the 100-meter dash, clocking in at a sizzling 9.92 seconds, becoming the youngest ever world champion to win it at 21 years old. Listen, when God is for you, no one can be against you, man. And God was on this man's side. But he wasn't done. Blake anchored the 4x100-meter relay team to gold alongside Nestor Carter, Michael Frater, and Usain Bolt. Jamaica clocked a 37.04 seconds, a world record at the time. He wasn't just good. When Blake touched the track, he didn't just compete, he attacked the track like a true beast. Now we're talking about legendary status. June 29th and 30th of 2012, Kingston, Jamaica, the Jamaican Olympic Trials, where only the best of the best earn a ticket to the London 2012 Olympics. And I'm telling you something, it is fierce in Jamaica to make this Olympic team. 100-meter final, June 29th, Yohan Blake, 9.75, Usain Bolt, 9.86. 200-meter finals, June 30th, Yohan Blake, 19.80, Usain Bolt, 19.83. The beast wins again. The world went crazy. Did Blake just dethrone the king of track and field? Was this a changing of the guard? Listen, the headlines everywhere. The beast unleashed. When the London Olympics arrived, expectations were super high. The main question was, could Blake do it again? The world wanted a rematch. Blake versus Bolt. 100-meter final, Usain Bolt, 9.63, an Olympic record. Yohan Blake, 9.75, silver medalist. And then you had the American Justin Gatlin coming in at 9.79 to win the bronze. The 200-meter finals came around, and honestly, this is the best part of the story. I'm gonna tell you all. You ready? Jamaica took 1, 2, and 3. You had Usain Bolt at gold at 19.32. Yohan Blake coming across at 19.44, winning the silver medalist. And then you had Warren Ware coming across at 19.84 to win the bronze medal. So Jamaica, as I said, swept it 1, 2, and 3. And I'm telling you, the island was turned up. And the 4x100-meter relay, you had Usain Bolt, Michael Frater, Nestor Carter, and then Yohan Blake, and these guys came across at 36.84, a world record. Even though Yohan did not win the 100 and the 200-meter dash and he got a silver, listen, that is career defining. Most people make it to the Olympics and can't even get to the podium. So let's start there. And let me tell you what he didn't do. He didn't sulk, he didn't make excuses. He celebrated his teammates, he celebrated his country, and he celebrated the moment. Important. That's a great lesson on sportsmanship, guys. So again, 2 silvers and 1 gold. For most athletes, that's a career-defining Olympics. And it was just the beginning. After London, Blake did battle with some injuries, so hamstrings, groin, setbacks that would have broken most athletes. But in 2016, Blake made it back to Rio and entered Jamaica to another 4x100-meter relay gold with a time of 37.27. So that's 3 Olympic golds, 2 Olympic silver medals. So say it with me, legend. Some might make the argument that Yohan Blake didn't get the same spotlight as Usain Bolt, but he earned something just as valuable: respect. He's the 2nd fastest man in history. He's the only man to beat the fastest man in history twice. He represented Jamaica with pride, humility, and heart. Kids across the Caribbean and the world know his name. And being second to Bolt still makes you one of the greatest athletes of all time. And let's be real, if he didn't come up in the time when Bolt was running, I don't think anybody would be able to touch this man. Here's the thing, greatness isn't just about being number one. It's about pushing limits, overcoming adversity, and inspiring others. And Blake did all of that. Yohan Blake pushed an entire generation of sprinters and ran through injuries that would have ended careers. He competed against the greatest and beat him. He carried Jamaica's flag with the same pride as anyone who's ever worn it. So whenever we talk about Caribbean and global excellence, Yohan Blake's name must be in that conversation. So what do you think? Does Yohan Blake get the respect that he deserves? I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section below. I want to hear from you track nerds. I want to hear from people from the Caribbean all over, or especially the ones that love a good underdog story. And if you're loving content like this, smash the like button, subscribe to the Unruly Chef channel where I highlight the Caribbean through 3 simple things: island people, island places, and island food. And share this story with somebody that needs to know about Yohan Blake, aka the Beast. Lastly, we might not all be like Yohan Blake, but most importantly, we could learn from his story that no matter how many times that you fall down or you go through adversity, get back up one more time, because you never know what that one more time could be like for you. As we know, greatness is not measured by that one successful moment in your life, but greatness is really measured in how many times that you kept trying over and over and over again to get to that pinnacle of wherever you wanted to get to in your life. So go out there, be great, bend some rules, don't break them, but go chase your greatness.